Parker's team have gone public in saying 65-35. And while I won't say what our position is, I can say we are not far off in a deal that will be worth around 5 times Parker's biggest purse. He should take this. If he doesn't, he will face Lucas Brown, which will virtually kill the chance of an AJ fight in 2018. But we are certainly closer than we were. We have spoken a lot with their team and we are within touching distance. So it is just about getting all parties happy and agreed. I'm confident we will, and the aim would be for the end of March. The location would be the O2, and what a great return that would be. Our aim has always been for 3 fights in 2018, and that means March, and the weather means going indoors. The O2 has been great to AJ, so it's a strong possibility if we can get everything else lined up. I'm confident we will, so long as they are serious about wanting to fight. Those are the words of promoter Eddie Hearn, talking about this Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker unification negotiations that have been going on in private and in public. It is interesting that at the moment it seems to be 65-35 is the offer that Parker's team are talking about. That's what they want. And they say even at 65-35, Anthony Joshua is demanding a rematch clause. Is it Joshua or is it Hearn? Is it a combination of the two? I don't know. But that is interesting. It's a unification at the end of the day. So normally in unifications, yes, sometimes there is rematch clauses in place. But sometimes there isn't. So that is what that is. But it's certainly not mandatory to have a rematch clause in place for a unification. And also what's interesting to me is the fact that Hearn is talking about going back to the O2. A lot of people were assuming that AJ would be fighting in stadiums from now on in his career. From here on in, just nothing but stadium fights. I wondered how long this stadium thing could last for. I really did wonder, because at the end of the day, watching a fight in a stadium is actually not the greatest place to watch a fight. When you're in the cheap seats, as most people will be when they watch a fight in a stadium, you don't get a great view of the ring. You're very, very far away from the ring. And you're actually watching the fight on a screen more than you're actually looking at the ring with a pair of binoculars or something. So it's more about the occasion and just being there rather than actually getting a good view of the fight. So I was wondering when the whole stadium novelty would wear off. And maybe it's wearing off sooner rather than later. Maybe Hearn knows it's wearing off. I know he's talking about the weather and it being cold in March and all this kind of thing. He just had an Anthony Joshua fight recently when it was pretty cold in a stadium and they had the roof. So why not have it at Cardiff again? You know, it has a roof. You can be indoors. So, I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's because it's in football season or something. Perhaps that's what it is. Maybe I'm totally missing that here. Could be the case, but still, I can't help but think that this stadium business with Joshua fights can't go on forever. And on top of that, Joshua appears to be turning heel, so his popularity could start declining with the British public. He could become more of a villain, and if he does, that could affect his ticket sales. Maybe Eddie Hearn is thinking about that too, or maybe it really is just about the weather. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. So let me know what you think. And also let me know what you think about these negotiations. I know people have been ridiculing Joseph Parker's promoter, Higgins, saying that the guy's crazy and whatever. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, I don't know. But Eddie Hearn's response in his recent IFL interview with Kugan Cassius was pretty hilarious when he did an impression of Higgins and whatnot. It was funny stuff. I thought it was anyway. So anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about the negotiation situation and also this fight possibly going to the O2. A unification, you'd imagine a unification would be in a stadium. But back at the O2, how much are those tickets going to be? You would have to imagine that they're going to bump up the ticket prices to make up for the fact that the audience, the crowd is not going to be anywhere near the size of a stadium crowd. So you'd imagine they're going to bump up those ticket prices. And I swear I've heard Eddie Hearn recently say it's going to be nothing but stadium fights for Anthony Joshua. I think it was before the Takam fight, maybe in the weeks leading up to the Takam fight or months. he said it's nothing but stadium fights now for Anthony Joshua. We can't go back to the O2. It's not big enough. So he has done a turnaround, you know. Again, maybe it is just down to the weather, but maybe it's down to some of the factors I've already talked about in this video. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. It's Hearn, I'm out.